I feel like this is a controversial opinion that I don't understand why it's a controversial opinion, but braids are not a protective hairstyle, and that's a hill I'm willing to die on. Let's talk about why while I get ready. Before we start, just this disclaimer, I love braids. Absolutely love them as a hairstyle. It's literally hands down my favorite hairstyle that I've ever had on myself. Like, no hesitation. And that's why it breaks my heart, and that's why I feel so strongly about this. Why do I have that belief then? Glad you asked. It's because I done braids so much, and I noticed so many times that my hair was just falling off every time I wash my hair after I do my braids. And I was in denial for the longest. I was in denial. I was like, oh, you know, like I kept it for 2 weeks. It's probably just because I kept it for 2 weeks. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. I have grown my natural hair for almost 4 or 5 years, and I managed to grow it to butt length, and I was very happy with that. And then something happened, go watch the video if you want, and I did a big chop and I cut it all off to ear length. So it went from butt length to ear length. I know, 3 years later, I'm still processing that, trust me. But my point is, I wanted to grow my hair back, and I was enjoying my short hair, but I was kind of going back on my natural hair journey. And that's when I was like, okay, now that I have shorter hair, I really want to try braids. And I did, and I absolutely loved it. Until every time I take them off, I kept noticing that my hair was falling. Like every time I wash it, the hair that comes out was a lot more than the normal one. And again, denial. Did not really address it that much. A few months later, I looked at an old picture versus a new picture, and I was like, oh my god, half of my hair is gone. So that's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna A/B test this. I'm gonna test and understand if it's actually the braids. And I did test it. And guess what? I tried a week without the braids, literally kept the hair. And then I tried a week with the braids and kept the hair. But the difference of the hair that came out from these 2 different weeks was crazy. It was crazy. That confirmed my suspicions. When I came back to you guys and I made a video about it, I got lots of comments and lots of helpful ideas about how and why this might be happening. But this comment resonated with me the most. This lovely person said, this was me a few years ago. I thought braids were going to help me grow my hair, but in the end, they broke my hair off and gave me split ends from hell. If people are wondering, yes, I did moisturize my hair and scalp every other day. I know I have fine hair with high density, but I think my hair is just too fine to handle the heavy braids, which is another point. If your hair is fine, that is also a reason why braids might be breaking your hair. So I took all these comments and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do it one last time for my birthday, and this time I'm gonna do everything right, and I'm gonna do everything by the book, like everything everyone told me to do, and from my research I'm gonna do it just to make sure. But news flash, my hair still broke. Yeah, so it's safe to say that it still broke my hair a little bit, just not as much as before. But the difference this time, it didn't come out in big clumps. It came out in smaller clumps, but still breaking my hair. This is what came out of my hair. I know it's a little bit gross, so if you don't want to see this, please like move forward. But this is what came out of my hair when I washed it normally. And this is what came out of my hair when I did everything right for the same amount of time as this. Now, if you made it to this point of the video and you're still like, Saibs, no, I love braids. I'm gonna do them regardless. I don't care about my natural hair. Please follow these tips to at least minimize the damage. First things first, please, for the love of God, please moisturize your hair every day if you can, every other day if you manage to, absolute minimal every week. Use the same leave-in conditioner you usually use or a hydrating cream. Number 2, oils. Follow up that leave-in conditioner with oils. Your scalp produces natural oils, but that still needs a little bit more oils. Like, I don't know why I say it like that, because I'm sorry if I'm getting too passionate, but like, oils are really big for me when it came to growing my hair. So please use oils. Number 3, avoid scratching your hair when it's on braids. I know sometimes when you have it for a little bit long, it kind of like it gets a little bit itchy, but try your best to avoid or minimize that scratching, because your hair is tied to the braid and you scratch it, you either break it or you pull it out. And I found that is one of the major reasons why my hair was actively breaking at that point, because when it got too itchy, I would just like scratch, not minding the fact that my hair was tied to a braid. So no scratching. Don't scratch your hair. Okay, number 4, smaller braids are a lot better for your hair than heavier braids, because when you use heavy braids, actively pulls your hair down. I love the thick braids look, but it's just not good for your hair. So the smaller the hair extensions you use, the better for your hair it is. Okay, last but not least, make sure to still use satin pillowcases or satin bonnets even though your hair is wrapped in a braid. I think for me, every time I had my hair in braids, I kind of felt like, oh, my hair is protected anyway, so I didn't mind much not having a satin pillowcase or wearing my hair bonnet every night. And that was another thing that contributed to my hair breaking. And that's all. Let me know what you guys think, or if you have any recommendations or things that you think that might help people who want to have braids but still have their healthy hair and manage to grow their hair underneath the braids. Please put it in the comments below. And thank you everyone who commented on my last video, and I will see you soon. Bye.